I come to give you life and life more abundantly. Who am I talking about? I'm talking about Jesus the Christ. In our lives, sometimes we go through trials and tribulations. Matter of fact, you're probably going through one right now. And you're saying to yourself, how do I get through this? How does he come to give me life and life more abundantly? Well, it's very simple. It's the Word of God that allows us to keep going. Today on Lift Every Voice, you're going to get a chance to see two great artists went through trials and tribulations, and they're still standing because of Jesus. Because he comes to give life and life more abundantly. Hey, I go by the name of the Cocoa Brother. I pray that this show right now will encourage you. Hey, let's lift every voice.
Closing doors.
Lift every voice. Lift up your voices. Let it ring with wise words. Spoken. From the east to the west, give it your best. Lift every voice.
Ascension achieved.
Marvin Sapp has been one of the most influential gospel artists since his work with the groundbreaking group Commission. But his latest musical testimony is enjoying success, not just on gospel radio, but on stations across the nation. Never Would Have Made It has launched Marvin's career into receiving awards and acclaim like never before. Marvin Sapp is with us today. Welcome to Lift Every Voice. You know, I didn't think he was going to make it here, you know. Never would have made it. What's up, brother?
Man, you ain't in the right key. Why you messing with that?
Yeah, I'm going to stay in my lane.
I know, but you do a great job at what you do. And it's a pleasure being with you today.
The record, has taken off all around the country.
Oh, man. Unbelievable, man. It's just 47 weeks at #1 in radio. Longest running #1 single in the history of music business across genres. 52 weeks #1 at Billboard. Just,
Wow.
I can't explain it. One song, man, it changed your life.
So I hear your wife sat back and was like, baby, put this on the album.
Man,
and you was like, no.
That was it. She bugged me. After I sung it for the first time, I said, you have to put this on the album. I was like, it ain't my whole song. It's 3 lines. Never woulda, coulda, stronger, wiser, better. And she said, no, you got to put it on. So I said, okay. So we went in and actually we wrote 2 verses and a bridge to it. And we sung it. And she was like, that's not it. Y'all got to do it the way y'all do it in church. And I'm like, but it's not a whole song. So we actually tagged it with 2 other songs. It was the #1 gospel, hip hop, and R&B record at the same time.
Where did it come from? Where did the song transpire?
It was actually birthed, man, in a worship service at my church the Sunday after I eulogized my father. My dad never asked me for anything. He never asked me anything. He was a very simple man. And I could have got him what he wanted because he didn't want much. But he never asked me for nothing. And the only thing he wanted me to do was to eulogize him.
How did you feel? What was going on?
Man, mentally, it was difficult.
Right.
Because, my brothers would tell you that I was his favorite, and, because I took after him as a singer. It was just the hardest thing I ever had to do because I was at his bedside once he passed away. I just flew in from preaching in Seattle, and me and my brothers drove to the hospital when he had just expired, and I just stood there and cried. I said, man, I can't believe you want me to do this. Of all the things, why didn't you ask for a car or a house? It would have been easier to give you something naturally.
Right.
But to do this. But I did it, man. I stood up there, I sung, and I preached, and stood up before his body and said those words, earth to earth, ashes to ashes, dust to dust. And, it was a very emotional time. But, you go through these things for the purpose of God making you stronger, wiser, and better. And I think I am because of that.
Most times as a pastor, you're the one that holds the other person's arms up.
Yeah.
Who was there to hold up your arms during your time of mourning?
Well, if it had not been for the Lord, man, I don't think I could have made it, because being a pastor, you have to be the one to encourage individuals when you need encouragement. And that was a time when I needed somebody to really be there for me. Nobody could be there. My wife tried, of course, but the only reason why I did make it, honestly, is because God was there with me. And, I had the support of my church, of course, and support of my family. But a lot of sleepless nights, a lot of walking around, crying and stuff. But, I made it.
You said you have a book coming out. You never would have made it, Moment.
Yeah.
So you'd be sitting back like Moment 101.
At first, I didn't think about doing it. And you get so many emails, so many people talking about what the song has done. While I was even downstairs today, a white gentleman came up to me and told me about how his son just died and how his wife was working at the Celebration of Gospel last year with him, and how she wanted that song to be played at her son's funeral. and how that song has really gotten her through. And when you hear those types of testimonies, and I've gotten thousands of them on my MySpace page, on just regular emails, on my personal website, I finally just decided that there was something I had to do, and that was to come up with a concept of talking about individuals who have had never would have made it moments.
You used to be a gangster.
Well, sort of.
You used to be in the streets.
Oh, I was in the streets, yeah.
You used to do drugs.
Yep, I did do
Not
that.
the pastor.
Yeah, the pastor.
not the pastor.
Absolutely, the pastor.
I want you to lock it in. We're going to come right back right here and lift every voice. I want you to talk about those moments and how you actually overcame those moments.
I will.
Lock it in right here. It's lift every voice.
Once my mom and dad got divorced, by the age of 12, I started smoking marijuana. At the age of 18, I started drinking, popping pills, and snorting cocaine.
Stay tuned.